Okay, so today we're going to work on the packet for tornadoes. I'm going to read through it with you, underlining and circling some things and maybe pointing out some things for you. And then we're going to work on it today. And then based on what we're doing for tomorrow, I don't know if you're going to rotate through classes tomorrow or not. You can, but it's to put in Schoology by tomorrow. So I was going to give you today and tomorrow in class to do it and put it in Schoology tomorrow during science. So if in the event that we are not changing classes, know that tomorrow you need to put it in Schoology. All right, so we're looking at tornadoes and introduction. A tornado is a violent storm with a spinning tube of air that extends from a thunderstorm to the ground. It looks like a narrow funnel that reaches from a cloud. A funnel cloud is a spinning cone-shaped column of air extending from a thunderstorm, but it does not touch the ground. When the funnel reaches the ground, it is called a tornado. So when it reaches the ground. Most tornadoes only last for a few minutes and are barely noticeable. However, some others can be very violent and destructive. They can destroy homes, peel the roofs off buildings, knock down trees, and even toss cars into the air. And you guys saw on the video yesterday just how destructive they are. Tornadoes are capable of damaging areas which can be a mile wide or as long as 50 miles. They move at speeds ranging between 25 and 90 miles per hour, but the winds of the storm can reach speeds of up to 300 miles per hour. So we saw in the video that one of them that was in Oklahoma City area was 318 miles per hour, and it said it's the fastest recorded wind speed on Earth. But what I want you to see here is that they can move at speeds of 25 up to 90 miles per hour. So this is the reason why if you hear a warning about a tornado, they can move so fast. That's faster than you go on the interstate. So if you can picture how fast your car goes on the interstate and the speed limit 75 in places, 90 miles per hour, you can't outrun it. So that's the reason why I say it's safer if you're at school and there's a tornado warning for your parents not to come get you. We can get down to the basement. We can get 2 schools down to the basement within 2 minutes if we do it right. Where your parents, they cannot outrun a 90 mile per hour tornado. Okay, do you see why I'm saying they can move very, very fast? All right, most tornadoes occur in the United States, around 1,200 per year. However, these violent storms happen in every continent. The deadliest and most destructive tornadoes happen in the Midwest and Southwest regions of the U.S. The area where most tornadoes occur is called Tornado Alley. And right here on the map, you can see Tornado Alley is right here. We are right in Tornado Alley. Tornadoes do happen across here, and they can go this direction as well. But this is the area known as Tornado Alley. Some maps actually show it extending all of Kansas, Oklahoma, and down into Texas. All right, let's go ahead and, but here's what I want you to underline here too. Deadliest, and I want you to underline Midwest and Southwest regions of the U.S. All right, let's go ahead and turn the page. How do they form? The formation of tornadoes is very complex. Scientists aren't sure of all the causes of these violent storms. What we do know is that they form from very tall thunderstorm clouds, which are called cumulonimbus clouds. All right, and these are so tall thunderstorm clouds are called cumulonimbus clouds. But this is not all. Certain other conditions must also be met for a tornado to form. There must be warm and moist winds lower down in the atmosphere and cool and dry winds higher up. When the winds suddenly become stronger and change direction, an invisible horizontal spinning effect is created in the lower atmosphere. And let's circle spinning effect. The warmer air near the surface pushes the rotating winds to a vertical position and a tornado is formed. Okay, so I want you to underline, warmer air near the surface pushes the rotating winds to a vertical position. So they're showing you that how this works here. All right, the southern and central parts of the United States are very prone to tornadoes. So let's do United States are very prone to tornadoes because of their unique geography. It is an area where hot and moist air from the Gulf of Mexico meets cold and dry air from Canada. Underline that right there. The Rocky Mountains block humid air from moving eastward, which clears the way for the dry and cold air from Canada to flow to the south. So we kind of saw that on the video where these mountains kind of block some of it so that cold, dry air can just like drop down into this region. All right, let's turn the page. So on exercise 3, you've noticed I've marked out number 2. On Schoology, when you enter this, it will say exercise 3, number 1, exercise 3, number 3. So you'll notice that number 2 is not even on there for you to enter. Then for exercise 4, I'm going to give you a couple of clues here. So on number 2, this is going to be 2 words. So write 2 words and do this because the 2 words are going to be run together. Okay, there's not going to be a space in between them. And I think that's the only clue I need to give you on that one. All right, so let's turn the page. Dangerous tornadoes in history. Dangerous tornadoes in history. Although most tornadoes happen in the United States, the deadliest tornado occurred in Bangladesh. The violent tornado struck in 1989 and killed around 1,300 people. But keep in mind, they don't have the warning systems that we have. And it said tornadoes can happen all over the world. The deadliest one was in Bangladesh. The deadliest tornado that has ever been seen happened, the deadliest tornado that has ever been seen happened in the United States in 1925. The tri-state tornado, so I'm going to underline for the United States in 1925, the tri-state tornado killed 695 people and traveled 300 miles through the states of Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. And so you can look at the map to help you with that. So I'm going to actually put here, because I made a note for myself, look at map to help you with that. All right, the deadliest and most destructive tornado in recent history happened in Missouri in 2011. The city of Joplin was hit by an extremely powerful tornado. Around 7,100 homes were destroyed and 158 people were killed. So Joplin, and this happened, I think, right after they made the video that we watched. But the Joplin, Missouri tornado killed 158 people. The biggest, let me move this up a little bit. The biggest tornado ever recorded occurred in 2013 near Oklahoma City. The tornado was wider than any other tornado ever observed. It reached a maximum width of 2.6 miles. Normally, tornadoes are less than half a mile wide. So it was 5 times wider than your average tornado, okay? Now on exercise 5, all of these are true, false, okay? All right, let's turn the page. Interesting facts. Not all tornadoes are visible. In fact, they can only be seen when they pick up dust or when a cloud forms into the funnel. The strength of a tornado is measured by the Fujita scale. The scale ranges from F0 to F5. Only the very powerful and destructive tornadoes are rated on this scale. Most tornadoes in the United States occur in Texas. However, the most destructive storms happen in where? Oklahoma. A tornado is also called a twister. When a tornado forms above water, it is called a waterspout. 75% of all tornadoes in the world occur in the United States. Thunderstorms that are likely to cause a tornado are called supercells. Basements and underground areas are the safest places to hide during a tornado. It is also a good idea to stay away from windows. Now, on this exercise down here at the bottom, it says unscramble the words, hints are given below. So they've given you the hint by how many letters are in the word. They have scrambled the letters of the word, and here is your sentence. Tornadoes are only blank when they pick up dust or when a cloud forms inside. So you can see that this one is going to be 2 words, and then the rest of these are 1 word. So notice that here's your clue, and then the word is actually scrambled here. The letters are scrambled. All right, turn the page. How to survive. Before a tornado strikes, it is important to identify a safe room or a storm shelter near your home. If there's no safe room, you can build a safe room in your house. Ideally, this room has no windows and should be strong enough to withstand any debris that is flying through the air. Outdoor objects such as garden furniture and toys should be brought inside your house or secured because the tornado can pick them up and they can cause a lot of damage and harm. You need to prepare supplies that you need during and after the storm. These things include flashlights, batteries, clothes, food, water, and first aid supplies. Local radio and TV stations will keep you informed before and during the tornado. There are different watches and warnings that the National Weather Service issues. So let me make a comment before I read those. It's also a good idea if you have like a little portable radio, if you can make a kit to keep in your safe room or your basement or cellar, it would be a really good idea. Because if the tornado were to take out the cell towers and there would be no coverage for cell phones, you could still listen to warnings with a little radio, okay? But here's some of the warnings that they give. Tornado watch is a tornado might form in your area. A PDS tornado watch, there is a supercell, meaning a storm that can cause a tornado in the area, and there is a chance that it can cause a tornado. A tornado warning is there is a tornado in your area. A PDS tornado warning is a powerful storm is in your area and it will likely develop into a tornado. And tornado emergency is a strong tornado is in the area. Now, most of the time we see tornado watch, tornado warning. And then especially on cell phones, the emergency will start going off an alarm if you have that turned on your phone, and it can alert you that it is in your area to take shelter. Your community might also have a tornado siren. When you hear this sound, you should immediately find shelter. When you are outside and you don't have enough time to find shelter, stay close to the ground and cover your head. Don't hide under a bridge and be careful of flying debris. So you saw in the video yesterday where the people got under the bridge. They actually used to teach us that in school whenever I was your age. And then they said, if you remember what they said, don't do that because what did they say it as like, okay? It's like a wind tunnel, yes, so it can suck you out. So now what they say to do is if you can, and there's a tornado, don't stay in your car. Get out of your car and get into a ditch. You know how there's those ditches along the side of the road? To get into a ditch and to cover your head and neck with your hands. Because it's likely to pass over the ditch and not pull you up, but you've seen in the video what it can do with cars. It can just pick them up like little toys and throw them in the air. And then you saw all the debris that was flying through that they shot through the cars, right? So now they say if you are in your car and there is a tornado headed your way, just like those people were under the bridge, the tornado went right over the bridge. They say don't go under the bridge because they have found that people had been sucked out from underneath bridges. So now they say the safest place is actually to lay in the ditch and to cover your head. All right, let's look at this page. This is your last page for reflection. You can see that I marked out number 6. So you're doing all of these except for number 6. So on Schoology, it will say reflection, exercise 9, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 7. It won't even have 6 on there. So I'm going to let you work on this on your own. I'm giving you today in class and tomorrow in class to do it, and then you're entering your answers in Schoology tomorrow. It's not turned on until tomorrow. All right, you guys may get started.